Okay, so I'm Ryaan. I'm 33. I have two amazing, wonderful children. Liam, who is 4, and Quinn, who will be 2 in April. My husband, Damien. We've been together just shy of 10 years, married for 5, and we live in Lumberton. Yes, so we grew up in church. We went to church every Sunday. I was usher, I was on the choir, I did, all that good stuff. We went to church because we had to go to church, but it was okay, it was good. I got baptized when I was 13. I didn't choose to get baptized. It was like, this is what we're doing. So I got baptized, but I did accept Christ. We had a conversation. It definitely set the foundation, it set the tone for my life. I knew when things were bad, this is what I'm supposed to do. Not what I'm supposed to do, but I knew, okay, this is not a great space in my life. Let me pray. I can go to the Bible, I can read the Bible. But I got to a point where I decided I was gonna do things my way. I was gonna lead for myself. From the outside, everything was great. You would think, wow, she got it together, she has this, she has that, it's good. But inside it was lonely, it was cold. There was a wanting that I couldn't grasp, what is this wanting? Love had taken me to a place where I didn't even know who I was. I was living in Iowa at the time. I was at rock bottom. I mean, if there was a bottom to the bottom, I was there. So I had to make a choice. Do I want to stay this way and not have nothing, not be anything, just exist? I'm just living. I'm not living a life worth living. I'm just living. So I had a conversation with God and said, I'm giving it back to you. I can't do it by myself. I can no longer lead because obviously I'm not doing a great job because this is where I'm at. So I thought about God's word. I would never leave you nor forsake you. And I kind of forgot that while I was walking down this dark path. It was me. And then when I finally, I saw a little bit of the light, like I can't do this, God, let's do it again. I would never leave you nor forsake you, meaning I've always been here. I was just waiting for you. No matter what you've done, the points that led you here, I was always here. So I will never leave you nor forsake you, meaning all the bad stuff that happened, all the bad things that I did, all the yucky parts that you try and bury, I'm still gonna be here. I'm just waiting for you. So I moved back to Jersey. It kind of like fell into place. I got a job, I got a place, I was working, and my buddy, oh, you should come to church with me. I'm like, no, I'm good, I'm busy. Well, not busy, but I have work. It was always an excuse why I couldn't come with him to church. He kept asking. Finally, I said, okay, I'll come with you to church. It was Skyline. It was baptism Sunday. He was getting baptized. So I'm like, oh, okay. But, I walk into Skyline, I'm like, who are all these people? Like, it was just so, like, you walk in, it's like you're at home. Everyone's hugging you with your name. Hi, you want something to drink or you want a snack? I'm like, hi, and keep it moving. But I was blown away. I wanted to get baptized, but then I saw people around me. I'm like, well, my worship doesn't look like their worship. My walk doesn't look like their walk. They're just so like, yeah, I love Christ. Let's go. And I'm like, yeah, I love Jesus. On the outside, I didn't think that I was ready. I didn't think that I prayed enough. I didn't think I read my Bible enough. I didn't think I was involved enough. When I first came to Skyline, I said, I would never get baptized like that. I'm not gonna be sitting here singing worship songs. I'm not gonna join a life group. I'm not gonna be a part of ministry. And fast forward 10 years later, I'm a part of a ministry. I go to life group. I love my life group. Shout out to Graceful. I'm doing all these things I never thought that I would do. So my walk doesn't have to look like your walk. To show God that I'm His and that I'm always gonna be His and He's mine. 4 years ago, I didn't have kids. So I have kids now, and I don't want my kids to feel like they have to walk alone. I don't want my kids to feel like, well, I can't go to mom with this, can't go to dad with this. You can always go to Christ with it. You can always go to God. He's always gonna be there. I want them to see me and the choices that I've made and see that God is the center of all of that, so they can not mirror, but I can set the tone for their life because they see what mom's doing. And hopefully they can avoid, I know they're gonna have hardships. I know they're gonna have, a rough patch, but I want them to know, well, look, mom had the same thing, but look at her now. And that's because of God. When you think that you're not enough, when you think that you're gonna be judged, or God doesn't see any of that. Like, He knew you before you were you. He knew you before you were born. He had a plan for your life. So it doesn't always make sense, but you gotta stick with it. Everything I asked for God for, everything I asked him for, he gave to me. He didn't give it to me when I asked him for it, and I didn't understand it, and I questioned it, but he had a plan for my life. So now when I think back on it, I'm like, wow, if he would have gave me this when I asked him for it, I wouldn't be this. I didn't choose to get baptized before. It was like, this is, we go to church every Sunday, you do this, this, and this, you're gonna get baptized. So it wasn't like I had this big epiphany, like, yeah, I'm gonna get baptized. I don't really know anyone at 13, except for the kids at Skyline, who choose, at a young age to get baptized. So as an adult, to have walked the path that I have walked, to now with my walk with Christ, I'm deciding. It's my choice. So he loves me so boldly and just so in my face. I want to tell him, okay, I love you just as much. I'm going to tell everyone. I'm going to tell the world. I'm going to show them that I decided to get baptized.